Spirit,
They better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You cannot.
Hold on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Activate. Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You
Hold
cannot.
on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You
Hold
cannot.
on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You
Hold
cannot.
on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You
Hold
cannot.
on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit.
Bing.
Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? I love you. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, I love you. 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 Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? I want to make sure that you can hear me. JB says, yes, thank you, JB. I love you. Oh my God, JB, you're so sweet. Ooh, Charlie, you're so sweet too. Live more. Hi, live more, sweetie. IDK says, look at her. I can hear you. I can hear you. Brownstone says, I can hear you too. Yays. Which is a slow. Charlie says, yep. Yays. Sugar Sure says, yep. I love you guys. You guys are so sweet. Sean says, loud and clear. Yes. This is how it's supposed to be. Yes. Sade says, yes, John. Okay. Yeah, duh. We can hear you. I love you. I love you guys. I love you. 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 I'm trying to say hi to you guys because it's a lot of you guys. Okay. Again, I am popular. Okay. The intro played for about 5 minutes, and we're about maybe 38 seconds, 40 seconds, 42, 3, 4 seconds of me speaking. And we're already almost 500 people in the building. So again, we are Poppington. We absolutely are. And I love you all. Thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it. It's a lot of new subscribers coming, okay? And you guys are all welcome. Shout out to all the new members as well. Oh, I think we already have one. Ooh, look at the Lord. Ooh, look at the Lord. Chronic Cruella became a member. Boom, girl. Yes, welcome, gang. So yeah, so I love you guys. I do. I love you. I love you. Okay. The title of the show is Justin Bieber Cries because Jay-Z and Usher and Diddy destroyed him. Chris Brown buys Quavo's life and more. Absolutely. So yeah, we're gonna get into all of that. We absolutely are. We're gonna get into all of that. We absolutely are. But before we do, please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Okay, I would really appreciate that. Okay, I love you guys. I love you guys. Okay, it's a couple people okay that I'm glad are in the building because I'm gonna be making some more moderators soon. Ooh. So yes. So I love you guys. Welcome. Hit the like. Shout out to Katrina Bailey for becoming a new member. Welcome to the member gang. Welcome. So let's get right into this. All right. Now there's topics that we're gonna talk about too. Are there? Did I care enough to talk about a hot topic or two? Or are we jumping right into Justin and I'm I guess. Okay. So I guess we'll start with her. I guess I'm gonna pull her up. Hang on, let me show you who I'm talking about because you're probably wondering, and I'm like, girl. So shut up, ho. So Aubrey O'Day, okay, she comes forward, all right, and she speaks on Diddy. Okay, it says, oops, shout out to the neighborhood talk. Aubrey O'Day says Diddy offered her a measly $300 publishing rights deal in exchange for her silence amid his multiple lawsuits. Quote, it asked me, ooh, not it, ooh, did she say it? Ooh, she said it, girl. Asked me to not be able to have access to my story. Hey girl. So Aubrey. Okay, let me get it to where it show her, girl. Hold on, because I'm not playing this because I'm not getting struck. Okay, I'm not. The neighborhood talk ain't getting no strike, but we will. Okay, so Aubrey O'Day, shout out to Gemini Twin for gifting 5 memberships. Gemini Twin said, "Look at here, look at y'all looking a little piece of dry." Okay, if y'all want to watch the Survivors, when we watch the Survivors, I'm gonna give y'all a little piece of membership for 30 days. Y'all hold on to it until the 29th of next month. And I'm a girl, you got to figure out what you're gonna do. Okay. But I got you this one because you was looking a little piece of dry. Okay. So thank you so much, sweetheart, for gifting memberships. Please put some flames or some hearts in the chat if you got a membership from Gemini Twin. Absolutely. And I'm a girl. Thank you, Gemini Twin. That was so sweet. Thank you. So y'all. Aubrey O'Day. Now she was in Danity Kane. Y'all know that was my group. Okay, y'all know I love me some Danity Kane, Dawn and Andrea, Shannon, Aubrey, all of these was my girls. Okay, I love the group, big fan, watched all of Making the Band, all of that good stuff. Okay, so back in the day, Aubrey Hode was my girl. Okay, I loved me some Aubrey. Okay, this was my girl. All right, I loved her. Like I was such a big fan of Aubrey. And then yes. And then I didn't. Okay. It was before Making the Band stopped. So it wasn't after when I stopped liking Aubrey. I stopped liking her during the group. Okay. She made me hate her. She did. And then it was just all of the really suspect things that she did after. Aubrey Hode, I'm all for people coming forward as victims. Okay. I'm all for that. But when it comes to Aubrey Hode, she is not Diddy's victim. Now, she may be a victim of someone. Okay? I'm taking that from her. But when it comes to Diddy, she was not. Okay. Aubrey, the things that she was, when she did deal with Diddy, the things that she did do at these parties and stuff and whatnot, it was all willingly. Okay. It wasn't like Aubrey was coming in there and the things that were going on, it was just like, oh my God, they took my rights away. No, they did not. You were a willing participant with the things that you did. What another thing that bothers me about you, Aubrey, and I'm a girl, is that because Aubrey was sleeping with President Trump's son, married son. Okay, Aubrey Hode, she was sleeping with President Trump, not dating, because it's annoying when she says that this is her ex. He was not your ex. Someone married cannot be your ex. No, that's somebody you was fucking. Like, you're weird. I'm like, why do you say ex? It's so annoying when you say that he is married. He is not your ex. Only a single man can be your ex. Like, that's weird. If you was in a relationship with a man and you didn't know he was married, the day you found out he was married was the day you realized that you were a hoe. That's it. How can he be in a relationship with you married? That don't even make sense. Like, no. It's called mistress. It's called whore. Like, it's called all of that. Even if you innocent, even if you had no idea, you steal all of those things, homewrecker. So, yeah, the audacity of, a side girl to be calling a woman's husband her ex, like, you mean like before us? So if you didn't date him before the wife, you're not an ex girl. You were something to do. Or you absolutely were. You are the definition of something different. Absolutely. Absolutely. And so she was dating President Trump, messing with President Trump's son. And President Trump knew about it. He told his son to go back home to his wife. Trump did, although y'all know we don't like that flaming hot. But he did tell his son the right thing. He said, you need to go to your wife and stay with your wife. You need to leave that. You ought to leave that young tramp alone. And I'm a girl, okay? And so with that going on, yes, she always try to make herself look like innocent in a lot of the things that transpire. So when it comes to Diddy, you don't have a story. Like, what do you mean? So that I can't tell my story? What story? You don't have one. At this point in time, Aubrey, you would just be making it up. Like, let's keep it real. That's what annoys me about you, and I'm a girl. Like, that's what annoys me about you. Ugh, girl. Right. I couldn't agree with you more. I couldn't agree with you so much that you block. Ooh, girl. I couldn't agree with you more. Right. Who cares? Right. Like, who cares about typing? Who cares about being seen in the chat? So, and I'm like, who cares? Right, girl? Right, girl? So, yeah. So, anyways, and I'm a girl. Gays. So it's like Aubrey, girl, shut the up. Okay, let's start there. You don't have a story. You at this point in time, you are failed background singing the situation. Okay, you absolutely are. You are failed background singing the now, girl. We got enough of them in them, girl. Okay, just tell your story and keep it pushing. Okay, because Aubrey, you try to act like a victim with Donald Trump's son too. You made an album basically about the affair that you were having, and I'm a girl. Then call yourself a mistress once, which was weird. And I'm a girl. You did a tell all about you sleeping with a married man. All of that, girl. You're trash. So yeah, hair flip. You don't have a story when it comes to Diddy. Okay, all of this was voluntarily. Mhm. When you was over there at the party, when you was doing all of that willingly. Yeah, correct, correct. So willingly, Aubrey. Tell the story, sweetie. How did you meet Donald Trump's son? Was that not through Diddy? But I'm gonna guess that was against your will. And oh my god, Aubrey, how did you meet him? Talk about that. Tell the truth and start shaming the devil. Okay. So yeah, Aubrey, shut the up. All right. You getting $300 in royalties. What else do you expect? You did 2 albums. Two. Danny Kane did 2 albums. That's it. 2. Okay. And there's 5 members. I'm sorry, I don't cut on the radio here. We in the car, we run slow, we're doing things that the girls don't do. The boys stare. I don't hear that. I don't turn on the radio and hear, do you got a firm a can't handsy. I don't watch no movie and then hear, I'ma sleep on it, and I'll get back at you when I wanna. I don't. Uh-uh. They did Mean Girls movies and all that stuff. Then none of them get out the car and they play, maybe I'm just a bad girl. And then the girls was walking in slow motion and none of that. $300, that's a lot. And that's the lot, girl. That's the lot. Now, see if he wrote you a $300 check, that I'd be like, oh, you got your nerve. And I'm a girl. I would get that. But it was 5 of you in a group, and I'm a girl, with 2 albums. What are you expecting? Like, what? The money was made a long time ago. When it first came out, girl, it's 2024. Absolutely, girl. You didn't look like this. You didn't look like this. We don't even know who the hell this is compared to the girl that was actually on those tracks. We don't know who the hell this doll talking. And I'm a girl. We barely know who the hell this is. This looks like Aubrey grandmama sitting here talking to us. No, y'all. No. Girl. Girl. See me the email I was gonna give me $300. Tell me the story. What story? You ain't walked to go get no cheesecake. What story? What are you talking about, floor? Girl, please. Girl, from DJ Paulie D, from the Jersey Shore. Remember when you was sleeping with him? To sleep with Donald Trump's son, and it's a girl, please. Donnie Klang. Oh, girl, you is a run, you ran through. What are you talking about? Girl. You don't have a Diddy story. Ugh. Annoying. I'm like, so you gonna tell us when what? Hurry up. Hurry up. Cause you getting on my nerves. 5 members in the group, and you the only one. It's like it's mighty weird. The whore of the group is the one running around saying all of this. I'm just saying. She was sleeping with everybody. Aubrey, cut it. Go watch her interviews about her talking about being at parties and not just Diddy's, other people's too. So this is what she did. She's the one that's being quoted going around. One of her famous quotes is that all of the parties there's trans there, that there's they're filled with men that have breasts and penises. Like, this what she do. So you don't have a Diddy story. Now you could come forward and tell us about how weird his parties is, and stuff like that. I mean, I guess that's fine, but don't come forward like a victim. You're not a victim. Like, a victim of what? Getting fired on national TV? Like, what? What are you talking about? Like, you're so annoying. You took complete advantage of being around Diddy. You took advantage of it. So what's the problem? Weird. I would wonder what somebody like Andrea would have to say, someone that has spoken and said nothing. Andrea has not said a word. I would. Beautiful girl, lead singer of the group, mainly, her and Dawn, kind of D Woods too, but more so of, I would say Drea was the lead singer. All of their hit songs, Drea is pretty much singing lead. And all of the Damage is one of their biggest songs. Drea is all up and through that song. All up and through. So gays, Aubrey would get like a line here and there. We all knew who the talent was in the group. She the one that would be crying. Oh, I can just be pretty Aubrey. I can sing, I can dance. Why am I? Blah, blah, blah. But she was sleeping with everybody during that time. Like, girl, why are we not talking about because she ain't the only one. Dawn is the only one that slept with somebody in day 26. Like, Willie, do you want to talk to us about Dawn? I mean, about Aubrey? You want to come tell us? Yeah. Willie from day 26 came on Love and Hip Hop cheating on his wife. That ain't when he started. This when he started cheating on his wife. Yes, when Willie was on Making the Band, he was very so much married. He was. Yeah, he didn't come on Making the Band single. He came on there married, just like he came on Love and Hip Hop. Married. Same woman. Absolutely. Yeah, I didn't say Aubrey can't sing. Aubrey, she can sing. She got a cute little voice. Like, it's all right. It's cute. But she was in the group because she was pretty and could dance. She wasn't in the group for her vocal talent. Dawn, Juanita, and Andrea took care of all the singing. Absolutely. You will hear Shannon here and there. Again, she was a cheerleader. Shannon can sing too. Shannon has a voice. But Shannon was in the group to be pretty. She was picked in a group for a look. She wasn't really in the group for talent, although Shannon was an incredible singer, great dancer. She has vocal range, all of this, but that ain't why she was chose, because she was always in the background. Dawn was chose because she has a very unique voice. Andrea was chose because the girl can sing her face, like she absolutely can. And same thing with D Woods or Juanita, whichever one you call her. She was great. She has beautiful voice. The song Ride For You really showed her vocal capabilities. And she's great. She was absolutely great. And same thing with Aubrey. Aubrey could sing, but she wasn't in a group for that. That's not why they picked her. And she felt it. That's why she would be in the studio crying when everybody was singing except her. Because that's not why you here. Like, you here because you pretty and you go with the look. Like, you're gonna have a lot of white girls interested in the group. Like, let's keep it real. Like, she was chosen for aesthetic. Shannon too. They was chosen to bring in a white girl. That's why there was such a big group. Because they appealed to so many. Andrea appealed to the Latino community. And then that's why Fifth Harmony was a bigger group too. The Pussycat Dolls, those groups were bigger. I mean, if we're gonna keep it real, that's what that's what it was giving. The Pussycat Dolls, you got all of these beautiful women in the group, but only one person singing. What is the point? And I'm a girl of having damn near 8 girls in a group, but only one singing. And my girl Melanie, what was her name? Melanie in the Pussycat Dolls, she could blow. She could blow. She could blow when she sang on buttons. I was like, yes. I'm like, why would I get to hear more of her? She's amazing. Barely got to hear her. Barely got here. Absolutely. Somebody asked in the chat about Normani. I love Normani. I love Normani Theo. Okay. Love her. Triple threat. Armani is a triple threat. She's a triple threat. Love Normani. I love her. I want her to keep doing her thing. Shout out to Normani. Yeah, but so I would like to hear what other people have to say. Again, people being surprised by the $300. They only did 2 albums. Mhm. And their albums was in the early 2000s. It's 2024. Okay, that music is not selling how it was selling back then. So if you didn't get your just due back then, you're never going to get it. And the royalties that come in on their music, the Danity Kane's music, it's not a lot. It's not a lot of, they're not a group that continued. I mean, they tried, but they kept breaking up, and then the group got smaller, smaller, smaller. Went from 5 to 4 to 3 to 2, to just 1. So yeah, so they don't have much music to, and they only did the 2 albums. Any music Danity Kane did after that, they did either independently or with another label. So what would he? I'm all for what's right is right. What's fair is fair, and I'm not just gonna attack Diddy just because he did screw a lot of people over. A lot of people didn't get screwed over either. Okay, with Danity Kane's album becoming platinum, you got to look. They went on tour twice. Okay, both seasons of making the band. After the group was selected, they went on tour. They went on tour with NSYNC and them. I believe it was NSYNC and them. They went no, not NSYNC, somebody else. They went on tour with. And then after they did that tour, they went on tour with Day 26. Then Kane headlined, and Day 26 was one of their opening acts after that band was put together. So yeah. What is she expecting? It's not like the albums are charting or anything like that where people are listening to them. No, the group kind of just died, which is unfortunate because they were amazing. Danity Kane was an amazing group. They should really be proud of themselves. They should all give themselves a pat on the back. Even Aubrey, because Aubrey was a big part of Danity Kane. She was. The show made her famous. The reality show made her famous. So Diddy kept bringing her back because he knew that she was a crowd favorite. Just like Drea. Drea was a crowd favorite. So he made sure he brought those 2 back because they were always going to make the group. The group was built around Aubrey. The group was built around her. The first season, he didn't choose. He kept 3 people. He kept Aubrey, Andrea, and Malika. Then he did another season to choose the group Danity Kane. So he built the group around Aubrey. She was always in the band. She both seasons, it wasn't even like she was fighting to be in the band. She was a shoo-in. And the same thing with Drea. She was a shoo-in. Diddy giving Drea pressure and making her feel like he was going to send her home for TV. He was never sending her home. She was always in the group, and so was Aubrey. Absolutely. He always knew he was picking both of them. That was always happening. As you saw, when he brought both of them back from the first season, they made it. So they were always chose, like, and I'm a girl. And I feel like Aubrey knew that. That's why she kind of gave attitude. You also think, too, before the band was chosen, Aubrey was doing photo shoots and all of that. Like, they show it. Like, she was literally doing a photo shoot, all that, a weird one in boys' underwear. But she was doing photo shoots and all of that. So she was always chose. She was always going to be in the band. It was chose, or they, picked it around her. So she did have an importance, but she wasn't the band because it's vocals. When it comes to performance, is how a person gets their royalties. Aubrey didn't do much singing. Let's keep it weird. I mean, let's keep it real. She didn't do much singing. If you think about their bigger songs, Damage, Poetry, Sucker for Love, all of those, she barely sings. She does. I'm not saying like she doesn't sing at all. She sang more than Shannon. I'll say that much. She sang more than Shannon, but overall, the main singers were Juanita, Andrea, and Dawn. They were the main singers. So those are who would get the higher royalties because of performance, because you get a performance. part of your royalties for performing as well. So Aubrey, $300, reasonable. It is, and that's $300 in royalties, right? Like the rights, the publishing rights. And she didn't write any of the music either. Dawn actually wrote and co-wrote some of the songs. Aubrey didn't write no music. Aubrey showed up and got in front of the microphone. That's all she did. She didn't do nothing else. Dawn even chose the name of the group. She even chose the name of the group, so Danny came from Dawn. So yeah. Okay, it was a superhero that she used to draw. And she called it Danny the Kane. So Diddy let that be the group name. Okay. I love the song Sucker for Love, me too. I just love Dawn. Richard, love you. So she was amazing. All of them were great. I love the whole group. I was pleased with who was chose. I didn't have many arguments. My only thing is I feel like the group would have sounded a little bit vocally better if Dominique was added into the group. Dominique had an amazing voice. When she sang Deborah Cox, Nobody's Supposed to Be Here, Girl. I'm like, how is she not in this band? I'm like, and so I would have switched Dominique for Shannon. I'm not gonna lie. I did not choose Shannon. I picked Dominique. Okay, I picked everybody else. So everybody else I picked D Wood, loved her. I picked Dawn, loved Dawn. I picked and I'm a girl, Aubrey and Andrea. Obviously, Andrea was literally my favorite. But I chose everybody but Shannon. Shannon's the only person I didn't choose. And I love Shannon, great dancer. Like, could nobody mess with Shannon dancing? Like, you give her 18 to 16 counts, she's crushing it. Okay, Aubrey too. Aubrey was a really strong dancer. So and Dawn. So yeah, but Dominique was amazing. Her voice, oh my god, I just think about the group like, what if Dominique's voice was blended in, because her voice was so beautiful, and it blended so well with Dawn's voice. Because when they did their group, and when they had the group split before they chose a group, and they did the opening act and they performed as separate bands, it was amazing. And Dominique was basically one of the soloists throughout the song that they chose, and she sounded amazing on stage. Her presence on stage, although she was ready. I'm like, Dominique got it. It was the dancing. That was the only flaw that Dominique had. She wasn't a strong dancer. But other than that, but she was trying. She was, yeah. But I loved Dominique. I really wanted Dominique to make that band. But she didn't. But it was cool. I like, the group that was chose. Okay. It was fine. But I really wanted Dominique to make it. So, but yeah, shout out to, I guess, Aubrey. Moving right along. Let's get into CRIES. Let's get into Chris and Quavo. Before we jump on into Justin Bieber, because we have a lot of tea or information, I should say, on Justin, and I want to take my time and break it down to you guys. So we're going to talk about that next. We absolutely are. Okay, we ever talk about her. So now, shout out to Nipper Talk again. It says, "Oop, fans blame Chris Brown for people not showing up to Quavo's recent show." And I thought that it was like the beef that they had, to where I guess people weren't showing up. But allegedly, Chris Brown bought the first row of seats at Quavo's show. Now, I really don't see that happening, and here's why. Because regardless, if Chris Brown did buy the tickets because look, this is crazy. This is crazy. Okay. Look at that. Look at all of these empty seats, and my girl. Look, and then when the concert actually happened, because it was rumored that was sound check, but when the concert actually happened, look. Oh my god. Oh my God. Not Quavo, Honcho. Wait a minute. Wait, look. It ain't nobody in the stands. And then if it was a lot of people there, because it's people in front of the stage, y'all see that, right? Now you see all of this space to dance back here. We could never have no Beyonce concert, girl. I could be every time I moved, I touched somebody. It was so many people at Beyonce. Like you can't make Beyonce's Renaissance tour. When I say full arena, I mean full arena. Like Beyonce did that. I can attest. I was there. Okay. Beyonce is that girl. It wasn't an empty seat in the house. Okay. She did that. And she did Beyonce look great. But look at all of this space. You could have a whole nother concert. You can have a whole nother concert, girl. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna say this because Chris Brown concerts don't look like this. Chris Brown concerts be lit. Okay. Chris Brown concerts be wall to wall and. So Chris Brown concerts be wall to wall. Okay, we gonna go listen to and you got my attention. Okay, we gonna go listen to Chris Brown sing "Yo" and I'm a girl. Okay, you tried it. Okay, we gonna go listen to him run it. Okay, we okay. We gonna go listen to a little nigga, big nigga, really, cause I'm killing every nigga, trying to be on my shit. Like we gonna go listen to that. Okay, we look at me now. Look at me now. Yeah, like we going. He come here, I'm going. Okay, he's amazing. So he is amazing singer, amazing performer, and I'm a girl. I'm going. Okay, Chris is great. Now Quavo Honcho. The reason I don't think Chris Brown brought these tickets is because if you come to my city, I'm not coming. Quavo, we don't want to see you little fucker. Rest in peace to Takeoff, because that's Quavo. This ain't got nothing to do with Chris Brown. Or this ain't got to do with him. Because you come to my city, I'm not coming neither. I'm just not coming to see. For what? What are your songs? Are you gonna do motorsport? I know that. Are you gonna do walk it like I talk it? Hey, I love that song. Are you gonna do that song? Because I'm confused. Then I'm all wrong. What are you even saying? Like, hey girl, So I really don't feel like it's Chris because why would Chris buy all of those tickets? That's stupid. Because he still gets the money. And then it gets to be an excuse. It would have been way more people there if they could have came, but he bought all the tickets. He got an excuse now. No, I just feel like this is just what it's given. This is just what it's given. Yeah. I really don't feel like this got nothing to do with Chris and not my girl. You would have thought, I feel like Quavo was poking at Chris and whatnot and took that because you would think his concert would be lit, right? With him just coming at Chris Brown and my girl? Wouldn't it have been full free promotion? I mean, the world is talking about it, Craig. So you would think his concert would have still been lit, right? What? It's not. This would make sense if he had nothing going on, that nobody's showing up, nobody buddy. That would make sense. Nobody buddy. The only way I could see Chris Brown buying all of the seats is if they was only like $80. If the seats was, $20 and $30, the tickets and I'm a girl, which I heard his ticket prices were low. I hear his ticket prices weren't very high to start. So if Chris Brown could throw $1,000 and buy the whole front row, I mean, that makes sense. Because let's say, here you go. Let's say, let's go take Carucci out with this. And I'm a girl. But I don't feel like he bought the whole arena. This is a big performing space. Big performing space for Quavo to be trying to do this alone. Again, What do you sing? What do you sing again? Because it's like, aren't you Sweetie X? Because that's what it's given. Okay. We liked the Migos. Okay. Cardi, I'm gonna need you to go get your husband, girl. Because there's a few songs that Offset has done that I think people like, but Offset's not selling alone. Okay. Even his last album that he just did, that's why Cardi was over there hooping and hollering, because it wouldn't have did what it did if they didn't do that. They just remixed the whole Baby Boy movie, put it in the video. That was a higher budgeted music video, you know, and whatnot. So it had a little rollout. And Cardi was helping it roll out, and Cardi ain't rolled out no album as of yet. So of course people were going to pay attention to it because of Cardi B. So it wasn't that album doing what it did was because of Offset himself. He on his damn toes and like Michael Jackson, and then they rap. It's like nothing. None of this album don't even make sense. Offset, like you start all of this public drama and all this stuff with your wife, you know, all of this stuff to really get this album pushed, you know, and whatnot. And I'm a girl, so I'm like, yeah, this album don't even make sense. Like, why the front of this album giving Thriller and like all the, like you doing the Thriller video? Why? Like, though none of this even makes sense. You don't even sing. Like, I could see Chris Brown, Usher, you know, somebody like that, doing this. But you, why? I'm like, yeah, this don't even make sense. Yeah, so Cardi, and I'm a girl, is what that were. That's what that were. No different than Offset. That deal you have with McDonald's, the you and Cardi getting it, you wouldn't have got that couple deal if not for Cardi. It was a couple deal, meaning Offset, if you could get your wife to do this, we'll pay you this to do this for the McDonald's Valentine's Day like couple thing that they did in McGraw. So it's just like, yeah, if Cardi was not involved in that, it wouldn't have done anything. So they wouldn't have had just had you do it alone. Because you Cardi is the star. Let's keep it real. Cardi is the star. You are not. And this shows, even with Quavo, that last festival that Offset performed at, why he acted like he was the only artist on the roster. Like the whole crowd showed up because I was there. What? Like, are you sure? Did somebody tell you that? Who? Who told you these people here for you? What do you even sing? Who? I'm like, this is weird. He dropped a whole album, and the only song I heard was one that featured Cardi. That's the only song I heard. And it was a bigger budget. They had Taraji P. Henson in the video. All of it. With Cardi. She rolled your album out. That's why she was mad when you start tripping. When you start tripping. Okay? Because you need her. You do. Offset is over. Quavo is over. This is all this shows. Okay? Their time is up. It's they're vets now. Girl, they're veterans, girl. A girl, they're veterans. And Chris Brown is legendary. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Chris Brown is legendary. He's been in the industry way longer than you guys. Okay. He's built connections and touched hands with people. You see how Offset, how you did an album with Michael Jackson, you know, he was him on the cover and all that stuff. You know, Chris met him. You know, Chris Brown did a Sweet 16 birthday party, or was it Sweet 18, whatever. When he did his birthday party, Michael called him. Did you know that? And this who y'all want to argue with? He done talk to y'all idols. Y'all want to argue with him. The public listed him as the next Michael Jackson, the person you're dressing up as. on the front of an album, and I'm like, oh, and this is who you guys want to beef with? Okay. Very interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. Again, Offset is talented. I will give him that. I do like some Offset's music. But he's not like a top tier like artist or anything like that. The Migos were top tier. The Migos had a presence. They did. God rest Takeoff Soul. They did have a presence. They did. I love the Migos. I have a lot of them, even Bad and Bougie. Like I love the Migos. I did. I loved them. I did. Them as a trio, they complemented each other well. They did. But Takeoff was the lyricist. We all knew that Takeoff was the actual rapper in the group, the one that could not only ride a beat, but the one that was, the talented one, the one that when he opened his mouth, the song made sense. Like in motorsport, they say the best for last in the group. If you ask me, he was the perfect closeout to the song because Quavo, Offset. Moving right along. So yeah, I don't think that Chris bought a bunch of tickets. I really don't. I mean, he could have, but I don't think he did. I think that this is just because, again, this is an arena. Okay, this is a really big place. This is a really big area. Okay, look at how big that shit is. Look how much space is in front of that stage, because there are people, the concert goers are in front of the stage. Those are people right there in front of the stage. Look at all the space that they have between them that meet the high-rising seats, the high-risers that go up, and whatnot. All of that, look at that. That is horrible. So no, I would not say Chris Brown. Why would he waste all that money? Because Quavo, that's automatic. He automatically gonna get paid. Automatically. I don't feel like this had anything to do with Chris Brown. Chris Brown sells tickets with no issue. Chris Brown sells out arenas, or at least full. I mean, halfway. Through, if he ain't sells the whole thing, the majority of it is going to be like, he is a bigger name. He has a very loyal fan base. But when it comes to Quavo, you don't have that. And Chris Brown didn't do anything that wasn't already done. Yeah. And I just don't think that he did that. I don't think Chris Brown, you giving a person an auto check. So yeah, I don't think he did that. I just think that this is the appeal that Quavo has as of now. I think, it's just kind of over. Some people can realize when their career, is either at a halt or towards an end, and some people can't. And him getting a arena space this big, this is the type of artist. Quavo is the type of artist that should just be performing in like bars and clubs. If he's only bringing out, literally, let's keep it real. That this is a bar. You could be performing at a bar or a club. Why waste money for an arena? Because you still have to pay for the space. So why waste that? The concession stands, all of, like, why waste all of that money? Because how are you going to profit having spaces this big when you could have did this at a club and got paid like 30, 40 bands to come perform, plus part of the door. Plus get part of the door fee, the ticket fee at the door. You get part of the ticket sales, and they pay you to perform. I don't feel like this is Chris Brown. This space is too big. Yeah. It's too big of a space for Chris to be like, I'm going to buy the whole arena. I'm like, yeah, no. This has everything to do with, not prom venues. Not prom, girl. I cannot. You think it's humiliation? Y'all think so? Do y'all think it's a humiliation? Because you never know. Because this is humiliating. It is. It is very so much humiliating. Very so much. So yeah, you never know. You never know. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Now we're gonna swerve into Justin Bieber. We absolutely are, okay? Because we have a decent amount of information on that. So we're gonna get on that. So Justin put up this picture of him crying. Okay. And y'all know we keep our eye on Justin Bieber. Okay. We absolutely do. Justin's been through a lot. He has. Okay. But he's also done a lot too. He's done a lot. Justin. So now he glitching. I cannot. Not he glitching. I cannot. Let me get into some of these stars. Shout out to Patty Duke for the super sticker. She says, merch, food, and drink was washed out. And girl, I cannot. Ooh, here y'all go. Y'all going in the chat. Thank you so much, Patty Duke. Shout out to and thank you for being a member as well. Shout out to Chillaxin for being a member over 14 months. She says Quavo doing state fairs. He needed some nachos. Yeah, that's sad. I do feel bad for Quavo to a certain extent, because Quavo, Takeoff passing away. They were doing an album together, had just finished it pretty much, and so I do think that they plan on continuing their career together. So yeah. So I do feel kind of bad for him. Shout out to Candy. She says, "Hey, love, the glasses looking good per usual, as per usual." Thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you for being a member for 10 months, Candy. Thank you so much, girl. Love you, girl. Thank you, sweetheart. So let's get into Justin. So when Justin put up this picture, y'all know me because we do keep our eye on Justin. I had to go seek out some information because I had been doing some research on Justin about other stuff. And with him posting this picture, and I'm a girl, kind of made me start to think. And I want to start off by the whole incident with him and Jaden at the Coachella event. I don't feel like that's like gay. I mean, I guess to some people you can look at it as gay, but I don't look at it as gay. I think that Justin Bieber really loves Jaden, and I think that Jaden really loves Justin. I think that they do have like a real like brotherly relationship with each other. Justin Bieber wasn't raised with like siblings, or anything like that. So people that don't have siblings do become like really close to one another. Now, have anything ever happened between the two? I don't know. Who knows about anything sexual ever happening? I don't know. You would have to talk to them about that. But they did come out young together. Jaden was a young actor slash rap artist, and Justin. I mean, they even collaborated together. Justin was a little kid, a little teenager in the game, coming in. So I mean, some people, I get it. I'm not saying to people that, oh, if you look at that as gay, you're crazy. No, I completely understand. But I get with them that they probably don't look at it that way. They probably don't look at it that way. Back in the day when Lil Wayne kissed Birdman, we always looked at that as gay, right? we never looked at them dabbing up, and we never looked at that as like, oh, okay, well, Lil Wayne didn't have a daddy coming up, so daddy still should be kissing their sons in the mouth, especially grown ones. Like, ew. Like, I mean, that's still weird because Lil Wayne had been around Birdman for a very long time since he was a minor. He had been around him. So how long have you been kissing him in the mouth? Creepy. So yeah, that was weird. So we the people that looked at it as gay, I'm not gonna look at y'all like y'all crazy for looking at Lil Wayne and Birdman is gay because Lil Wayne get all the pussy in the world. He's saying how to love, and I'm a girl. Gays, he was doing other things with those lollipops. And I'm a girl, okay? He not only did she suck him like a lollipop, he was too, allegedly. Okay, now that's what that word. So, but yes, I mean, and then he want to go, he want to do interviews with them faux dreads left, Lil Wayne, Lil Weezy baby girl, and he always want to overlook the fact that he was kissing men in the mouth, and my girl, just like he looked over, because look at him. Lil Wayne is confused, right? Because he was SA'd by a woman, a grown woman, while he was a teenager, right? And he said out of his own mouth that he was R-worded, but he loved it. He said he loved it. So that means that his communication skills and his understanding to the terms, it's weird. Because the woman that did it to him, Birdman told her to. Okay, let's start there. Birdman, the same person that's kissing him in the mouth, told the woman to do it. Right? She did. Okay. And he said he loved it. So then I'm looking at Lil Wayne a little sideways because I'm like, okay, well, if you felt like that was okay and you loved it and you were R-worded and you admitted that you were R-worded, even said it in the same inference. If Birdman was M-wording you, how would you have looked at that? Because you were kissing him in his mouth. So, and you looked at that as if that was fine. It didn't become an issue until the paparazzi had actually snapped a photo of it. That's when it became a problem. But before then, it wasn't. Now, with most people being abused, they don't know until they know. Some people have no idea that what happened to them shouldn't have happened until they're told. Like, yeah, people aren't supposed to do this, da 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 da. And then you're like, oh, they're not? Oh, because when I was where I was, you look at it like no big deal because hey, you don't know anything different. So yeah, so I always wondered, I was just like, well, what else did he do? Because if he was telling grown women to do things to you as a teenager, R-wording you, and you admitted that you were, meaning it wasn't your idea, it's not really something that you wanted to do within that time. This woman was told to do it, and out of pressure, you did it because you were surrounded by grown men. Like he was the only kid in the room, everybody else was grown. And so, yeah, I'm like, wow, interesting, interesting. So with that being said, moving back into what's all this on our screen? Oh, moving back into Justin Bieber. Now we all know about Justin Bieber getting dropped off to Diddy when he was 15. Diddy had him for 48 hours. Diddy has never stated what happened within that 48 hours. Neither has Justin. But in past videos, I did show y'all how after Justin hung out with Diddy for 48 hours, Justin was avoiding Diddy for months. Okay. After that, Justin avoided him. And Diddy pretty much cornered him in a studio because Diddy had been reaching out to all of Justin's like managers and assistants and all of that wardrobe stop, everybody to try to get a hold of Justin, and Justin would not oblige. Like he would not contact Diddy. So Diddy pretty much corners him inside of a studio where he was recording, and Justin was nervous, like really nervous, because he knew that he had been avoiding Diddy. So for the person that you're doing everything in your power to not see, this is how you know that Diddy's creepy. Like legit. It's like how you know that he's creepy. Do y'all want me to show the videos again? Because I can show the videos again. Like if y'all weren't here, I can find them real quick. I'm sure I still have them, and show you the difference between when he first saw Diddy when he was 15 and they were hanging out versus to after. Justin completely ignored Diddy and avoided him at all costs. He wanted nothing to do with Diddy, nothing, and it shows on camera. You can see how nervous he is when he sees him. He's just like, ooh, ooh, like where you come from, type of situation. Okay, y'all saying yes? Okay, hold on, let me pull that up for you guys. So hold on. Okay, let me try to find it real quick. Hold on. Hold on, I know it's somewhere. Hold on. So Twitter. Yes. Because a lot of people hadn't seen that video. But I've seen it years ago. I was just I'm like, why is he acting like that? I was like, why is Justin acting so nervous? I'm like, I just like, are you okay? It's like, I was like, are you okay? Like, what's going on here? And I'm like, hold on. Hold on. I know I have it here somewhere. Hold on, bro. I'm definitely gonna find it because I know y'all gonna just see it. What was that? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna put this up while I look for it. Hold on. I'm gonna put this up. Was this a video? Oh, this ain't no video. Hold on. I have it. Bear with me. Oh, here we go. I just have to find it. Okay, I'm gonna type it in because I ain't nobody gonna type it. Type in Justin Bieber. Okay, boom. Okay, here's the first one. So we'll watch the first one and then I will find the second one while you guys are watching the first one. And here's the first one right here. Pull that up for you guys. Here's the first one.
Yeah, so as soon as you turn 16, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you rock this every time you come to LA. Yeah, it's gonna be yours. So every time you come to LA, it's a little dusty, but you know, go get the front shot.
Man.
Minute.
Why is it doing that?
Yeah, so
so weird.
as soon
I
as
guess
you
it is.
turn
So
16,
one second.
you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna
I'll
let
find
you
the other
rock
video.
this every time you come to LA. Yeah, it's gonna be yours. So every time you come to LA, it's a little dusty, but you know, go get the front shot.
Man.
Minute.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna be driving this next year.
Yeah, when you get 16, you come down there, you gotta, you know, wear your seat.
I mean, I'm 15. You could ride in the passenger seat. I got my permit. Not yet.
No.
All right, 16.
You're not ready.
16.
Slow down. Let's slow down, Josh.
Okay.
Let's slow down. Okay.
One step at a time.
But yeah, the keys is yours when you get 16. You're good to go.
I'm good to go.
Yeah.
All right.
And then when you get 18, you get the house. You get the mansion.
Okay. I get the mansion.
Yeah.
So where are we off to now?
Where would you like to go?
I mean, wherever you want to go. Where are we going?
So check this out, yo. Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like, you know, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. You know, I have been given custody of him. You know, he signed to Usher.
I'm signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher when you know he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So and we gonna go full crazy.
We're going crazy.
Crazy.
I'm taking this out tonight.
What you want to do? What you want to do over the next 48 hours?
48 hours. Let's go. Let's just go get some girls. Let's go get some girls.
A man after my heart. That's what I'm talking about, kid.
Did y'all pay attention to he said a man after my heart? Did y'all pay attention to that? Y'all heard him say that? He said a man after my heart. Hold on. Y'all got it. Get into it.
Crazy.
I'm taking this out tonight.
What you want to do? What you want to do over the next 48 hours?
48 hours. Let's go. Let's just go get some girls. Let's go get some girls.
A man after my heart. That's what I'm talking about, kid. Do over the next 48 hours.
48 hours. Let's go. Let's just go get some girls. Let's go get some girls.
A man after my heart. That's what I'm talking about, kid.
Justin wanted some girls. He said a man after my own heart growth. Let's get into the second video. Now, y'all see, that was when he first met Diddy, okay? That is when he first met him. Let's get into when Diddy and Justin bumped into each other the next time, or I should say when Diddy stalked them the next time.
Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you haven't. you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot.
Look at him mumbling all of that. And Diddy just came up in his studio session. He didn't know he was there. Justin had no idea that Diddy was just going to pop up on him. Diddy had been stalking this boy, basically. Stalking him. Just showing up in his studio session. And then he mumbling, all of this stuff. He says that you've been contacting, all my people, but, he literally says it. Like, Diddy have been contacting all. Diddy, why we don't hang like we used to? Why? What is wrong with you, man? This is creepy.
Everything's good? Selling out arenas and everything? Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But
through all my partners, and whatnot. No means no, did it? Oh my goodness. He said he don't want nothing to do with you. Clearly, you done contacted his business partners, his managers, his everybody. He like, leave me alone. But why would he be like this after Diddy said that we don't hang like we used to? You've been ignoring me. Now that you're selling out arenas and stuff, you acting all brand new. Diddler, why would he want nothing to do with you? The last time he seen you, he was smiling at you. He was enamored. He looked up to you. You could tell he really looked up to you. Wanted to be a lot like you. And then after that, this is your next encounter.
Everything's good? Selling out arenas and everything? Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But you never really got my number, so.
Correct. Okay.
My number?
Yeah. Everything's good? Selling out arenas and everything? Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, you try to get in contact with me, through all my,
Yeah. Because Justin was about to lie. He's like, well, you haven't been. He thought about it. Like, shit, you have been trying to contact me through everybody. You really have. So that means that he's avoiding you. Not that he's unreachable. He don't want to be contacted by you. He wants you to leave him alone. Is what he wants you to do. Okay? He's literally staying away from you on purpose. It's not an accident. Okay? It's deliberate. Okay? That's what that were. All right?
Partners and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But you never really got my number, so.
Correct. Okay.
My number?
Yeah. Everything's good?
You could tell he didn't want to give him his number. So if Diddy got all of his business partners' numbers and all of that stuff, why wouldn't he have Justin's? Why wouldn't he have Justin's? And when Justin says, do you want my number? Diddy says, yeah. Pay attention to that too. I was like, he is not your boyfriend. Leave this little boy alone.
Good? Selling out arenas and everything? Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners. And
this is a teenager. Who approaches a teenager like, we ain't been hanging out? Y'all supposed to be? You guys are supposed to be hanging out? Like, he a kid. I don't hang out with any teenagers. I'm a grown man. What me and teenagers got to talk about? Yeah, now family's different. I'll hang around like a little, 16-year-old cousin or something like that. Hey, how you doing? Yeah. But we ain't chilling. What we got to talk about. Like, I don't care how cool a person is. No, we don't need. Imagine a grown man walking up on your kid, saying this to your kid. I would have moved his set up the way. Excuse me, you don't hang with my son. No way. What you mean? What he missing out on? Hurry up. What he missing out on? What y'all do in 48 hours? Because this is after the 48 hours. Why would he be approaching you like this? Why wouldn't Justin be like, oh, what's up, Diddy? Be super happy to see you. all of that. No, you're approaching him because he have been avoiding you, Diddy. You are a creep. You creeped in on this boy's studio session because you couldn't get a hold of him any other way. So you decided that you just gonna pop up on him. Well, ew. Girl.
Whatnot.
Mhm.
But you never really got my
If this was a skill, why he's stuttering? Skits are rehearsed.
number, so
Right.
my
Okay.
number.
Yeah. Everything's good.
Everything's
Selling
great.
out arenas and
Yeah,
everything.
man.
Starting to act different, huh?
No,
you
not
ain't
really.
been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you haven't. I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot.
Mhm.
But you never really got my number, so
Right.
my
Okay.
number.
Yeah. Everything's good.
Everything's
Selling
great.
out arenas.
No, that stuttering this shit is real. I don't know too many people that stutter doing improv. I don't know, but girl. I don't know about no skit. Yeah, girl. Girl, this giving real. This giving real. Was he looking down at his the lines? Because then I'm like, girl, gaze is giving very so much. This ain't no skit. Gaze. So when I say that Diddy, Jay-Z, and others destroyed Bieber, because of reasons like this, the whole 48 hours, all of that stuff, a person's not going to come out and tell everything. I will refer you to the Yummy video of Justin Bieber's and also watch my Yummy breakdown, but there's plenty of other content creators that have done breakdowns on the Yummy video as well. I would encourage you to go watch and people to go and watch those things because Justin is definitely telling a story. And I think it's a story that needs to be heard. So, because there's only so much you can say without destruction. But I do think at times that Justin has spoke and is ready to talk to a certain extent. So let's get back into his wife. So Hailey Bieber, Justin Bieber posts photo of himself crying, and wife Hailey reacts, a pretty crier, she says. Let me take this off because I don't need it right now. A pretty crier, she says. I mean, who says that? But I mean, I guess. Oh, my husband's a pretty crier. Okay, girl. Okay, girl. Why your man crying? Can we get the tea crawl? Shout out to Jasmine. She says, "Hey, Sean, I finally caught you live on my B-Day. Happy born day, girl. So Justin posts the photo, which we just saw on the Neighborhood Talk. Shout out to right here. Shout out to Neighborhood Talk as well that posted the photo. So I mean, he just looks so sad, poor guy. Now Justin had what happened with Justin? He has an illness that affects like his face and things in that nature. Let me show you guys a picture of that. Because Justin was part of the reason why they say he canceled a whole tour. Because Justin is about to be put underneath how do you say conservatorship? Is how you say it, like Britney Spears. They're doing that with Justin. Is what's going on with Justin Bieber. Hold on, wait, no, yeah. So yeah, I believe that they're in the process of putting Justin Bieber on a conservatorship or conservatorship is how you say it. So Justin has Ramsay Hunt syndrome. Let me pull this up so you guys can see it. So he has Ramsay Hunt. So when they're talking about like Justin doing good or bad, they be talking about this. If you don't know what this is, so yeah, so he has Ramsay Hunt syndrome, which is a rare neurological disorder characterized by paralysis of the facial nerve. He revealed his diagnosis after he was forced to postpone his Justice World Tour concert dates due to an undisclosed illness at the time. So when Justin had first canceled his tour, nobody had knew why. He had did it. Let me pull this up too, so you guys can see a closer picture of Justin. So before, no, we don't want to subscribe. So before he actually came out and told the audience what he was going through, people thought that he was lying, that he just wanted to cancel the tour due to other things, and then it wasn't telling the truth. But it came to find out he really was telling the truth, and it was affecting him And it was harder. I mean, it's hard to perform like that. I mean, when you can't control your facial nerves and stuff like that, that would be really hard to do, performing and not knowing really when it's going to happen. That would be hard too. And you also don't want to like freak your fans out, because fans worry, if Justin Bieber is your favorite singer, and he's on stage and something like this is happening to him, you're going to be concerned. And I think that he was just diagnosed with it. So until he got a better handle over it, he wanted to postpone his tour. And that made all the sense in the world. Why wouldn't it? Like, come on now. And glamour is a big part of being in the industry. It absolutely is, for men and women. So a very sad situation. So shout out to Justin Bieber. So he's been dealing with this, and canceling that tour was big. There was a lot of people upset about that. But let's get back into his wife. I'm just trying to paint the story for you guys. So Justin Bieber gave fans a look inside the highs and lows of his life recently by posting a new series of photos to Instagram. A carousel of images was shared on April 27th and featured shots of the singer performing on stage, along with the vulnerable photos of him crying. Justin, 30, let the photos do. He's 30? Time flies. Shout out to Justin Bieber. He's 30? God. So let the photos do the talking by adding no caption to his post for extra context. His wife, Hailey Bieber, popped into the comment section and wrote "a pretty crier," along with a crying emoji. Fans also filled the comment section with concerned messages. Many asked Justin why he was crying, and others simply let him know that they hoped he was okay. So when Justin had posted this, okay, his wife, Hailey, came into the comments. Now, I do not like Hailey Bieber. I do not like her. I don't. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's not Lyme disease. Yeah, you gotta go, because you've been sending a lot of weird stuff all day. It's like you've been like begging to get blocked. Let me help you out, because you're saying a lot of weird stuff. And I don't know anything about Justin having no herpes or nothing, like whoever, like you're weird. Like, I'm gonna need you to go. So with I don't like Hailey. I never really have. The concerns comes following Justin's surprise appearance at Coachella on April 14th. He took the stage with Tim's for a performance, and fans were thrilled to see him singing again. However, an insider exclusively told In Touch that the sighting also sparked fears for Justin's well-being. He's still fragile and seemed checked out all weekend, an eyewitness shared. He finally got his health back, but now friends are worried that he's spiraling again. Okay, so Justin has been dealing with all type of stuff, depression, all type of stuff, not just the syndrome, the Hunt syndrome. Like, he's dealing with a lot of stuff. Depression is one of the really big things that Justin has been dealing with. I do want y'all to pay attention to this. Now, people said that I was reaching in the last video I did about Justin, talking about Usher's halftime performance at the Super Bowl. I said that there's clearly friction there, and Justin's not dealing with him, and I show you the reasons why, right? Here's another thing, okay? Justin Bieber just performed at Coachella with Tim's. Usher is the reason Justin is famous. Why would Justin step out for Tim's before he would step out for Usher? You would think that if he was going to do anything, because Justin hasn't been performing at all, barely doing music. He has not been performing, canceled a whole tour. Okay. And he still has not done the tour that he canceled. Okay. So to see him performing, that gets the fans excited, like, oh, maybe he's going to do the tour again. Maybe he's getting ready to tour again. But he didn't. But he performs with Tim, somebody he just met, over performing something as big as the Super Bowl with Usher, the man that brought him out? Yeah, I'm a little confused by that. You would think, again, you know, clearly there's friction between Justin Bieber and Usher. Justin Bieber is not in with Usher. And if that don't tell you that he not, I don't know what will. I mean, unless he comes forward and say, I don't wham. Yeah, but it's been for a long time. This didn't just happen to where he started, stopped dealing with Usher. No, it's been a long time coming. And Justin has been separating himself from Usher for quite some time. Even when he first came out with the music, all of that stuff, he separated himself from him. He absolutely did. So yeah, I think that that's something that needs to be pointed out. People say, "Oh, Justin and Usher are not beefing. You're reaching and blah blah this and blah blah that." No, there has to be friction. And if this don't show it, Justin came out of the I haven't performed bushes for Tim's. Somebody literally just met her. You don't know that woman? You don't know her? Okay. Move right along. Okay, first word is spiraling again. This came on the heels of rumors about trouble in Justin and Hailey's marriage, which first sparked by a concerning post on her dad, Stephen Baldwin's Instagram story. In February, he shared a reel that included the message, "Christians, please, when you think of Justin and Hailey, take a moment to offer a little prayer for them to have wisdom, protection, and to draw close to the Lord. There are special challenges that folks in high visible positions face." Following the post, blind items about the couple began popping up on social media, which Hailey 27 clapped back at on March 5th. Just FYI, the stories and constant blind items I see on TikTok are 100% of the time wrong, she wrote on Instagram. Made out of thin air, could come from the land of delusion. So I know it may be fun feeding into these stories, but just know they're always false. XX, sorry to spoil it. I will pull up pictures right now that say Hailey is a fucking liar. Hailey is a fucking liar. Now I gotta pull these pictures up because girl, Hailey, she said, so your dad comes forward and said that you and Justin's marriage is in trouble. And you're saying that your marriage isn't in trouble. Hold on. Girl. She is a liar. A whole liar. And all your dad was doing was trying to look out for you. That's all he was doing. This comes on the heels of stuff like this. Hold on. Let me pull this up. Look. Girl, our marriage isn't in trouble. I don't know what he's talking about. Okay, girl. Maybe he's talking about this. Maybe he's talking about this. Girl, both of y'all was crying. But look, they just walk around crying. Look. They just walk around crying. Look, she got her hand on her head. She crying. He got his hands on his forehead. He crying. Like, girl. They was in the restaurant. Look. Look, they in the car. He crying in the car. Poor Justin. He crying in a car right here. Look, they at the park sobbing. Hailey, girl, look, you sitting right here hooping and hollering at this man. He could look, girl. Y'all riding bikes crying. Girl. But there's no trouble in paradise. Look. Girl, there's plenty of trouble in paradise. Plenty. Okay? Cut it out. Okay, your father, Stephen, is not lying. No, he is not. All he did is ask people to pray for y'all. Marriages go through trouble. That's fine. But Hailey to try to sit around and make it seem like that she is not using Justin within this moment. Girl, that marriage been over Let's get into this. Girl, hold on, let me finish reading this article before we pop her. Because, girl, you know we popping. So, come on, let me scroll back down. Girl, let's get right there. Okay. Okay. So she said it's not true. 100% girl, please. A source exclusively told In Touch that the couple's relationship isn't in the best place right now, but added that leaving Justin is not on Haley's radar. Of course not. She's his handler. Their marriage is Haley's priority, as well as keeping Justin healthy, the insider explained. Coachella was a huge accomplishment for Justin, and everyone is rooting for him, but he's still very fragile. If he was super fragile, why is he performing at all? Like, why is he like real? But let's get into that. Hold on, let's get into her. Because I told you, I feel like Justin is they about to put a conservatorship on Justin. I'm telling you. Literally. So Justin Bieber has officially left Scooter Braun go as his manager. Haley led the charge. Okay. So Justin's longtime manager, this was posted in August 2023 of last year. Justin's longtime manager, okay, has been fired by him because Haley, his wife, told him to. And guess who pretty much became the manager after Justin hired his longtime manager? Let's get into that. As Scooter Braun deals with the aftermath of losing top clients, Ariana Grande and Demi Lovato, US Weekly can confirm Justin Bieber is no longer working with his longtime manager. Justin has officially let Scooter go as his manager, a source exclusively tells US, and that's true. He is no longer Justin's manager. Adding that the singer's wife, Haley Bieber, led the charge that led Justin to leave him for another manager. The source adds that Justin, 29, has been taking meetings with other managers for 3 years. Though Puck reported on Friday, August 18th, that Bieber and Braun haven't spoken for months, their reps claimed that wasn't true. A separate insider, meanwhile, claimed to US on Tuesday, August 22nd, that all of Scooter Braun's clients are under contract and negotiations have been going on for several months as Scooter steps into his larger role as Hive America CEO. The insider added, people are spreading rumors based on what they know, but they're off. Scooter's team at SB Projects are still handling both Justin and Ariana as they work through what this new structure looks like. And so, girl, he was still managing him at that point in time. So he wasn't fired yet, but it was already, Haley said it's a wrap. You letting him go. So she let it, for him to fire him. Other than that, Justin would have never pretty much, I feel like he would have still been working with him. And I'm a girl. A third source subsequently downplayed Grande's status with Braun. They are friendly, but she's outgrown him, is excited to go in a different direction. The insider close to Ariana or Grande said, adding that she is no longer being managed by Braun. Yes, there are negotiations happening because of contracts, but this is her choice. It's time for something new. So again, if Ariana or Justin wanted to keep working with Scooter, they could have, because the contracts were under negotiations, meaning we could go forward with the new one or we can go elsewhere. For his part, Braun 42 broke his silence amid the drama on Tuesday, quipping via Twitter, breaking news, I'm no longer managing myself. Justin had been managed by Braun for more than a decade, with the music exec who discovered Justin via YouTube in the early 2000s, often serving as a mentor, spokesperson, and close friend of the singer as he navigated the highs and lows of fame throughout his teenage years and 20s. US confirmed earlier this week that Lovato, meanwhile, left Braun after 4 years with his company, SB Projects. Both Bieber and Lovato previously defended Braun when Taylor Swift slammed him for purchasing her masters in 2019. He sold them 1 year later. At the time, Swift, 33, took to Instagram to claim that she had been bullied by Braun for years. I learned about Scooter Braun purchase of my masters as it was announced to the world. She wrote, all I could think about was manipulative bully. Girl, shut up, Taylor, girl. You could have been bought your own masters. Anyways, Never in my worst nightmares did I imagine that the buyer would be Scooter. Anytime Scott Borchetta has heard the word Scooter Braun escape my lips, it was when I was either crying or trying not to. Okay, so this is Scooter Braun. This is Justin Bieber's manager, and I'm a girl. Like Taylor, girl, be quiet. So moving right along. So let's get into this. Scooter is no longer managing. Okay, and since he isn't managing, let's get into Haley. Let's get into what Haley's doing. And I'm a girl. And I'm a girl. Right here. Haley Bieber. Mm-hmm. Girl. Can we close this, please? Okay. Haley Bieber is reportedly now heavily involved in Justin's business affairs. Okay. So this is what she wanted all along. And I'm a girl. She wanted to. What is going on with this? Can this close, please? This is driving me nuts. Okay. So this is what she wanted all along, if you ask me, for Justin to become, unequipped to take care of himself. Almost 5 years into their marriage, Justin Bieber and Haley has reportedly become a big voice in business dealings amid rumors that Justin may be parting ways with his longtime manager, Scooter Braun. Sources spoke to Page 6 about how Haley has amassed more power over his brand. Haley has taken control and is heavily involved. She's part of meetings and is talking a lot for him, a source said. She's the voice. They're becoming this power couple. She's a big part of everything he's doing. So is that them becoming a power couple? Or is that her like literally taking over Justin's career and being like, because it's getting conservatorship because they keep saying that Justin is inadequate. They were saying these same things about Britney Spears, Wendy Williams, and so many other people before these how do you say conservator or conservator ship started. This is how it starts. So with the person can't manage themselves, they can't do this alone, they can't do that alone, they're unstable, they're spending unnecessary money, and they're being exploited, and this is how it starts. 100%. This is how it starts. So, and it becomes somebody else taking over all of their affairs and speaking for them. So this is what's happening right here. So I'm like, is that becoming a power couple? I wouldn't consider that becoming a power couple. But well, this is what they said, power couple. And so, okay. Amid rumors, okay, Haley has taken control and is heavily involved. She's a part of the meetings and she's talking a lot for him, a source says. She's the voice. They're becoming this power couple. She's a big part of everything he's doing. Reps for Justin and Braun denied that they split and that Justin was looking for new management. See, now this is what Haley wants him to do. Haley wants him to have a new manager. A source told Page 6 that the course of their issues between them, but they definitely did not split. The rumor of Justin looking for new management came Thursday from Puck News. Multiple sources told the outlet that Justin and Braun hadn't spoke in months, although Justin has time left on his contract, and neither side is confirming a split. The outlet described it as being part of a larger house cleaning that Justin and his wife Haley Bieber have undertaken amid his recent health issues and canceled tour. The CAA was just fired as his agency, per three sources. Longtime lawyer Aaron Rosenberg has replaced with David Land at the Zifrin firm, and Justin's now working with business manager Lou Taylor, last seen starring as the villain in Britney Spears' controversial drama. Okay, so again, listen to this. And Justin's now working with business manager Lou Taylor, last seen starring as the villain in the Britney Spears conservatorship drama. So Haley Bieber has brought on the man that helped Britney Spears become the conservatorship become on her. So now she's bringing all of the people trying to get rid of Scooter, although I don't feel like Justin should be working with Scooter either. But at the same time, Why bring in the man that put Britney underneath the conservatorship? Haley, why are you bringing him in? Because this isn't Justin bringing in Lou, it's Haley. As we read at the beginning, Haley has become heavily involved in Justin's business manners and is also speaking for him. So if Lou Taylor is being brought in as an alleged source of management for the future, because as of now, Scooter is still Justin's manager. So with Scooter being Justin's manager, Lou is not, I mean, unless he's managing something else when it comes to Justin, but he's also the person that kind of screwed Britney Spears over. So, like, what are we going to do about that? What are we going to do? Are we just going to, because again, Justin, they keep bringing up these health issues and all of this stuff. They're not doing that for no reason. Please hit the like, please hit the like, please hit the like. Over 1,700 people in the building. Please hit the like. Yeah, I know Lou Taylor is a woman, but she act like a man. So, and I'm a girl. And so if Justin, so if Haley is bringing him, Lou Taylor, into and I'm a girl, Justin's life, okay, I feel like she's doing this to get the the conservatorship put onto Justin. That's just how I feel. This is why this person is coming around, because they're making Justin seem like Justin's not, adequate to do anything or to take care of himself or to make business decisions. And all of this is how it starts. And then you look up and then he's going to be twirling around doing the same routine for the next 3 years like Britney Spears was doing. Kind of just locked away. Have y'all seen Britney Spears on tour since the last tour she canceled? Britney Spears has not toured since her last canceled tour, because it wasn't Britney Spears. She didn't want to go on tour. Her father wanted her to go on tour to bring in more money. That's all that were. Yes. Her dad wanted her to go on tour, not her. Britney didn't want to go on tour because she'd be on tour right now. She'd been free for how long? She could have been went on tour. Britney been dancing and going on tour. I mean, vacations. That's why they're saying now that she's in danger of going broke because of how much money she spends, because nobody, it's just she gets to do whatever she wants to do now. So it's the same thing. Britney had no intention of touring or anything like that. The last tour Britney did successfully, I think, was like a Vegas residency, or something like that. Britney had did a Vegas residency, and that didn't go over the greatest. So, because Britney didn't want to tour. You tell she'd be doing it right now. She didn't want to do this. She don't want to come out. Britney ain't trying to do no new album. Not like Britney ain't. Same thing with Justin. Justin canceled a tour, which was big, because his fans have not seen him since. He has not performed since Coachella, which that was just recent. But before that, it's been years. Since going years since Justin has been on the stage, truly, performing for his fans. So, yeah, I think that this is what Haley is pushing for. I think Haley is pushing to control everything of Justin's. I do. And I think that is the divide and the communication between Justin and Scooter, and people actually knowing if Justin's actually going to work with Scooter or not, because I think Justin wants to continue working with Scooter, and I don't think Haley wants him to. So I think Haley's taking over, and I think she's taking advantage, in my opinion. I believe that Haley's taking advantage of Justin in his time of need. But Justin hasn't been the greatest to her. All that Selena Gomez drama and all of that stuff. And then how he was treating Haley. While he was well before the depression, and all of that stuff, and the syndrome and all of that came about, he was really treating her bad. So I think that she's also getting her get back as well. He's humiliated her with Selena and whatnot. And so I do think that this is her get back with Justin as well. I think it's multiple reasons why she would want to get a conservatorship placed on Justin. So when the rep spoke for her and said that her main focus is the marriage and that she doesn't plan on leaving Justin anytime soon, I would agree. Her goal is the conservatorship. he performed at Coachella because of Haley. That was Haley's idea. That wasn't Justin's idea to perform at Coachella. That's why the people around him were saying like he looked out of it all weekend. I just read it. You know, the people close to him like, yeah, he didn't even look like he wanted to be there, let alone be on stage. Like, you know, he got through it, but it was, you could tell. So it seems as if performing is triggering Justin. Performing is a trigger. So what happened? Something had to have happened for Justin to be triggered by performing. Because why is that? Like he's in a fragile state, so he shouldn't be on stage. To some artists, performing is an escape. It keeps them out of a lot of trouble, and sometimes it keeps them sober, you know, and all type of stuff. So when they're saying that he's fragile, like, what are you talking about? Like, what do you mean? Like, why is it a big deal that he gets on the stage? Something he's been doing for years. You know, he's done many successful tours and performed at award shows and really big performances. So it's not like he has like stage fright or anything like. So like, what is it? What is it with performing to where it says like, be careful because he's in a fragile state? I'm like, what? Like, what happened? Like, so yeah, moving on from that, I put Jay-Z in the title, right? I put Jay-Z in the title because I feel like contributing factors like Usher, Diddy, and even Jay-Z have contributed to Justin Bieber's like trauma, if you will. So let's get into that. And I don't know if you guys have heard this. I don't know if this is true, but I have seen it shared a lot years ago. We did a video on this, but hold on. Let's go right here. Oh no, not there. Sorry. Okay, right. Did I save it? Okay, I did. I was about to say I could have sworn I saved it. I could have sworn I saved it. So this was a story that was put out about Justin years ago. So when Justin allegedly first went to the Hillsong Church, the church of users that have done all type of stuff to people, that have many scandals, a lot of innocent you know, teenagers and whatnot have been assaulted at the Hillsong Church by the prior pastor, and even allegedly the pastor that took over that was really close with Justin. So I don't know if you've heard this story, but it says music industry, the gate to hell. Justin Bieber speaks about abuse in Hollywood. Now, this story is over 7 years old. When Justin went to church, he allegedly broke down and confessed to why the music industry was really like affecting him and why because he had took a long break for a while. He had just like kind of disappeared and jumped into Christianity and all this, and people kind of wondering like, okay, well, what's going on with Justin? So allegedly, some churchgoers that were at the church inside of, I believe it was a Bible study, Justin spilled his guts. All right. And I'm just going to tell you what allegedly Justin said, okay? Now, there's two stories. There's one story about allegedly Selena Gomez, his ex-girlfriend, was pregnant. And the elite, to teach him a lesson, since he didn't do certain things that was requested of him, that they ended the baby's life. They unalived Selena Gomez's baby to teach Justin a lesson, and also took Selena away from him. Now, I don't know about all that. From as far as I can see, that story is fabricated, so that's why I am not reading it. But this story here, who really knows? This story that I'm about to read, it could be real. I don't know. Only Justin, knows. So let's get into it. Recently, Justin Bieber was all over the news for abruptly canceling the rest of his Purpose World Tour. While his fans and media were angry at him, he never stated a reason for his decision publicly. And now it seems like we finally know the real reason. In the last few months, Justin had become more active Christian and a regular member of a Bible study in Beverly Hills. Last week, he then shared a horrific story with the other Bible study members, explaining why he felt he had to quit his tour and take a break from the music industry. Now, Justin really did take a break. He did. He canceled the rest of the tour and he took a break. This really happened. Like, it happened. So now, this the real, I don't know, but again, Justin did do a lot of crying at the Hillsong Church. He did do some testimonies while he was there. He also did a sermon while he was there. Like, so he was very open with his church. So again, this story could be real. Let's keep reading. So explaining why he felt he had to quit his tour and take a break from the music industry. He was attending a party with many other producers, power agents, and different important figures in the music industry. A young boy had been brought to the party for sexual gratification of the music industry elite, and he was encouraged to SA it. Okay, that's bigger so y'all can see. He was encouraged to SA. Okay, the boy. Okay, he was encouraged to. All right. Justin Bieber outside of the montage in Beverly Hills. Justin's alleged quote, "I didn't want to do this. I really didn't." This is what they said. He said inside of the Bible study. "I didn't want to do this. I really didn't. They said the kid was it was horrible," Bieber said, explaining that it was made clear to him that he would gain entry into the business side of the industry if he joined the club by passing the initiation rites. "I wouldn't just be a performer, I'd be a mogul, that the path would open up for me like it did for Jay-Z. It's the difference between being a millionaire and being a billionaire." Girl. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. He said the difference between being a millionaire and a billionaire, from, and then becoming a mogul. He naming Diddy, Jay-Z, all that. He's talking about this party. Girl, let's keep going. As shocking as these details are, they really show the dark side of the music industry. Justin was encouraged to take his career to the next level and join the club, just like Jay-Z and many others. Although he had heard rumors about these kinds of rituals in the industry, Justin stated that he hadn't been confronted with it before on a personal level. Justin's alleged quote, "To join the club, I'd have to do bad things to this poor kid. But I then realized that even that wasn't enough for them. I'd also have to KILL this little child. They said this kid was R-worded by a few different guys. They said he was bleeding. I just got out of there, but I heard he died, and that haunts me." Girl. And he in pictures with all of these people, the Jay-Z's, the Puffies, So he had heard that this had already happened and whatnot. A few people had already did it. So to basically like allegedly encourage him to do it more. So, and then again, when you hear about this African and Diddy having a huge African investigation, why doesn't this party screams Diddy? And not only does this party scream Diddy, go back to the Yummy video. If you watch my Yummy breakdown, this says a lot. The video Yummy was about children. You see them at the beginning and then they kind of just disappear. So even in us in the video, watching the video Yummy, we don't know what happened to the kids. They just disappeared. So if you like really pay attention to Justin and a lot of the things that he did, even when Justin came out with the Yummy video before that, he would put on social media pictures of babies and write Yummy. Would be hashtag Yummy. And he would be saying it about like babies and, you know, stuff like that. So people were looking at Justin like, what the is wrong with you? But it was like a speaking without speaking. So he's not interested in children at all. Justin Bieber, I feel like he loves kids and he's always wanted to have kids. Is what that gives with, you know, Justin. Yeah, I don't feel like it's that. I feel like he's just like alerting us of like what's going on, you know, speaking without speaking, you know. Absolutely, definitely a cry for help and to show that there are people that need help. You know, then we hear about Pizzagate, you know, and all that stuff comes out and about, you know, and all this stuff. And then you hear about these things with these restaurants and underground tunnels and, you know, and all of it's just so much. Podesta and Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton and all of these same people are on the list of Epstein Island. And, you know, it's things that make you go, Even in the Yummy video, there is a Hillary Clinton lookalike. There's a Bill Clinton lookalike. There's an L.A. Reid lookalike. There's a Diddy lookalike. There's a Usher lookalike. Literally, the guy dancing on that's Usher. Like girl. The children performing at the beginning of the video, all dressed and all of that, but made to look older with the makeup and all of the stuff that they haven't like, girl. The tangled web. It's girl. This explains the Yummy video. Like it literally does. So I'm like, there could be a lot of truth to this. And he also said that he heard that the kid passed and that it haunts him. Is that the reason that he's affected when he goes on stage? Because they keep stating that when he goes on stage that he's triggered. Justin allegedly told the Bible study that he left that tour because of during a party while on tour or what he was offered to do. So him going back on stage, knowing what's going on, is this the reason? You know, is this what triggers him? Is this what, you know, what's zeroing through his mind? You know, and he says that kid still haunts him. Does he see this kid in the audience? You know, he has a lot of, you know, younger fans, you know, and whatnot. Does he see, you know, this kid, you know, and whatnot? When he's like, what's going on with him? Like, what's these real issues that Justin is having? They keep saying Justin's struggling, Justin's fragile. He's like, what the is going on? What is going on? Because Haley makes it seem like Justin's pretty much fine. According to Haley, he's good. Yet she's doing everything in her power to get him put underneath a conservatorship. And her being the one that runs it, she is his wife. Nobody trumps him. It wouldn't go to his mom or his father. It wouldn't go to any of those people. It would go to Haley. She would be it. When Britney Spears' conservatorship was put on her, she wasn't married. So she wasn't with Kevin, you know, and whatnot. And the husband that she was with, she didn't marry him, this current one, the one that she's, I guess, divorcing or whatever. She didn't even marry him until after the conservatorship ended. They didn't get married during. After 100%. So he never controlled her money or anything like that. Her father was doing it because her father trumped because she wasn't married. But with Justin being married, nobody trumps Haley. Justin's mom, father, nobody. And he doesn't have any children. So, well, ones that he's claiming, I should say. But yeah, because it is rumored that when Justin Bieber first came out that he got multiple women pregnant. One lied. But I guess I believe two others were allegedly telling the truth. One even did a DNA test. But one girl did lie. She did lie. She was not telling the truth. And he was a teenager and she was grown. So I was always weirded out by why no charges were brought up on her. I'm like, well, yeah, she was a whole adult. When she slept with him, like he was a teenager. And she was going around saying that she was pregnant by him. Yeah, she was a groupie. And he slept with her on one of his tours. And she said that she was pregnant. And then she had the baby, and she was all up on, girl, yes, she was all over social media saying that Justin Bieber was the father of her baby, and all of that. And she was an adult. He was like 15 when she was saying that, you know, Yeah, he was like 15 years old. But yeah, she was whole grown. I believe she was in her 20s. She was like either like 19 or 20, something like that, sleeping with, a kid, a teenager. I'm like, girl. But he didn't deny he slept with her. He just denied that was his baby. He said it wasn't his kid. But he did say yeah. And I believe it was in like a bathroom. That insult to injury. I believe it was like the bathroom they slept together. I believe. And she went all over social media, all of that stuff. And people believed her that that was Justin's baby. And come to find out, it wasn't. Justin Bieber's mom got involved, and all of that stuff. And it wasn't his kid. So yeah. But I did hear that there was other ones that were. Like one or two other kids, I believe. But let's keep going. So several other sources have confirmed similar P-word rituals. When you look up Bohemian Grove Club in LA, which Alex Jones actually uncovered several years ago, you'll find a lot more information about these rituals. And y'all best believe that in the coming lives that we'll be talking about Bohemian Grove and these rituals. We will absolutely be talking about them because there is truth to a lot of this. Allegedly, I'm going to say allegedly, they young children and bring them to the parties, then asking celebrities to abuse them actually. Now, years ago, there was this video put up of John Podesta, and it was his audio of this little boy that was screaming to the top of his lungs. He was so scared, and you could hear that he was so scared. And the voice of allegedly John Podesta was being very mean to the boy, having him call him certain things. I mean, the baby just sounded terrified. I'm like, oh my God. I mean, it's enough to make you cry. Just like listening to it, it's like I couldn't imagine. Poor kid. And nobody did anything about it. No one found the boy to make sure the boy was okay. No one found the boy to make sure that the boy was, if he's even alive, you know? So this story makes a lot of sense with this Bible study and them saying that Justin said these things. It makes sense. I'm sorry. I it makes sense. And Justin has never denied these things. He's never denied them. I feel at this point they're keeping Justin as quiet as they can because I think Justin's ready to talk. So I think that they are making him look, they want to make Justin look crazy. I think they're already setting it up to make it look like, you know, he's not being honest. Because the people he could name and the people he would name, girl, yeah, a lot of them very important figures. If you watch that Yummy video, a lot of those people are like part of the Congress or first ladies, presidents, um, producers, directors that he had mimicked inside of that video. Yeah. So they do this to people that will come forward and tell the truth once they have a lot of credibility. And Justin has a lot of credibility. And it's not a coincidence that the same time frame that Justin dropped from the tour and really started to pursue the Hillsong Church, that this information comes out. So they didn't make up, because they could have made up stuff. They could have said, oh, he said this and he said that and he said this and he said that. No, they said, no, this is what he said. They said, no, during the Bible study, he said this. He's, because church has a way of having you open up. Church has a way of making you say things or confess things you never thought you would. It does. Church has a way. So, and church also has a way of making you feel safe. A safe space to say what you're going to say. I do believe those things. I do. And I think that it's a high probability being in a Bible study, saying your testimony to people, to letting people know your testimony, Sometimes it could go way deeper than you lead on. Sometimes the Holy Spirit truly does take over, and you let it all out. You just come clean, to what the thing. You don't want to lie. Being a church, you don't want to lie to people. So this is what was really affecting him in that Bible study, and he didn't want to lie. And he said this. It makes sense. It does. Now, if somebody was just saying like, "Oh, we were at a party and Justin said this at a party," I'm like, yeah, that probably don't make sense. Why would he say that at the party? But being in church, opening up, confiding in others makes complete sense. A lot of people have come forward with secrets or things, traumas and things that have happened to them in church, or to their pastor or to other church members. But once that floodgate opens up, it's up. It's open. Once you open up Pandora's box, ain't no closing it. It's open. Yeah. And it's no coincidence that the Hillsong Church, because I'm going to have to leave y'all with this because I got to get out of here. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. We will be back, I promise. The Hillsong Church, after Justin came to that church, there were so many other people that were already going to their church. The Selena Gomez's and others, okay? Miley Cyrus, I believe, and others that was going to that church. It didn't get destroyed until Justin. When Justin became close to that pastor, he was taken down after that. And I can pull that up and show you that too. I believe Justin did say something that he wasn't supposed to say. I think he told that pastor too much. I think that church knew too much. So they brought out all of the dirty skeletons of that pastor to get Justin away from him, because Justin even publicly came forward and said, "I am no longer a member of Hillsong Church." And that was after all of the allegations, all of the stuff that came out about the pastor at the time, the same pastor that Justin's hugged up with, laying on the couch with, basically walking down the street holding hands with, Carl. Yeah. They did not, he was fine before Justin. When Justin came, true story. True story. When Justin came, that church went down. So I believe it was the information. The elite destroyed Carl because of the information that Justin was giving up. Because it was becoming public. This story, I don't believe this story is a lie. I don't think it's made up. I think that there is truth to this story. I do. I think that there's a lot of truth to it. 100%. It doesn't sound outlandish. It doesn't sound like any of those things. Somebody as famous and as rich as Justin, I could absolutely see being brought into the next level. 100%. But a lot of people have done it before him. He's like not the only one. The Jay-Z's and the Diddy's and all of them, they all got to where they got to doing certain things to get there. Just because they did it without a blink of an eye doesn't mean that other people, either struggle with the decision they made or struggle with the decision that they did make. So, yeah, I think it's a lot to this story, and we will definitely uncover it. How do you guys think I'm doing so far? I hope I'm doing good. I hope I'm pleasing you guys. Okay. It's a lot of information to put together. So thanks for bearing with me. And thanks for bearing with me. And I'm like, oh. So I love you guys. So I will see y'all on the next show. Hold on, make sure I missed any super stickers. Hold on. Yes, I did. I'm a girl. Let me hold on. Shout out to Santiva for becoming a member. Shout out to you, sweetheart. Thank you. Thank you. Shout out to Jasmine for the super sticker. She says, "Hey, Sean, I finally caught you live." Do we reach yours? Yeah, we did, because you was trying. Happy birthday. Shout out to Tiffany. She says, "I think Diddy did something to Quincy. Love you, Sean. I love you too." We will definitely get into things like that too. Shout out to Sativa again. She says, "I'm new here. Hey, y'all. This Diddy mess is crazy. I'm ready to hear what they found in the mansions." Me too. I agree. Shout out to you, Santiva. Shout out to Able 24 for being a member for 4 months. Says most entertaining person on YouTube. Shout out to you, 8. Love you down. So I love you guys. I have to get out of here. Thank you guys so much for being here. Let me make sure. No cursing. Let me see. Let me check. Okay, here we go. Okay. So I love you guys. So I will see y'all on the next live. I really hope y'all enjoy yourself. Make sure y'all subscribe. This is just the beginning of us opening Pandora's box. Come join us. Come join us. Come join us. Until the next show, I love you guys. Be good. I'll see y'all later this evening on Coffee. We will be on Coffee this evening. I hope you guys can join us. So then,